Hello.
Hello, Conor, Reddy, is it?
How are you? Yeah. Rian, is it?
Yeah, Irene, is it? Sorry, just messaged there. So calling on behalf of Irish Students Against Fascism. Would you have a few minutes to talk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So basically who we are, what we do, we're a group of generally sort of left Republicans north and south of the border. And what we
Right.
want to do heading into 2020 is build a sort of inventory of the far right on campus and elsewhere, and begin to cultivate a relationship with people in student journalism, people in student unions, and
Brilliant.
elsewhere, and nip these fuckers in the bud. Now, obviously, there's a lot of people, we're screening for a lot of liberals, obviously we want people with strong left voices here, but we're basically here to do the stuff people in the student unions can't do, basically. So,
Right.
you'd be okay with that, basically.
Yeah. Now, the one thing is, I'm finished my undergrad now, so as you probably know, I'm in Trinity, but I'm a PhD student now. I finished my undergrad last year. But look, there's a big enough group of us in Keep for Profit in Trinity. You might know some of what we've been doing.
I was actually talking to Shay, the ethnic and diversity officer, and Jacob Wolf.
Oh, right. Right. So, yeah, Shay now, a word of caution, Shay is in the SU and a bit kind of liberal. And
I detect that.
I don't know what kind of impression that you got, but like I just would kind of, if you're talking about like doxing people essentially or whatever, I'd worry about. I'd just worry about like kind of involving people that are that close to the SU and all that sort of stuff. So.
He seemed positive, but obviously, if with that caveat. So generally, regarding anti-fascism, goes without saying, you're good with doxing, you're good with potentially getting physical with these people, and you're good with nipping these fuckers in the blood, basically.
Well, look, like I'm not going to say anything over the phone to someone that, like, with all respect, that I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
But look, I think it's important from my side. I think what I can say is that I think it's important that people are exposed. I think there are pretty good reason to believe there's people organising on Trinity campus for certain.
Good.
And I think it would. I think it's important that these people are exposed.
Okay.
And what happens after that, I don't know. It's a conversation for another time, another group, and another place.
That's very fair. So regarding sort of your PvP in Trinity, you would have. What would be the extent of your sort of resources that you'd have, like, within the sort of immediate group, just regarding, like, anti-racist or strong left voices?
Look, we're the biggest political party on the campus. We have, I don't know, active members, you could probably say 30 or 40. We have a bigger membership than that on paper. I think there might be, within that broader membership, people that are kind of more committed to anti-racist stuff and might have got involved through anti-racist campaigns that we've been involved with, that sort of stuff. So, we're members of United Against Racism as well, active members. I'd say there's people there anyway that, like, if there's protest called on campuses, if there's, debating societies typically bring some awful cunt in every year.
It seems to be a cycle every 5 years. Griffin and all that.
So that's the type of thing we can mobilise, and we have mobilised numbers before. So in terms of capacity, we have people, and also you've been talking to Jacob. I think Jacob's been quite good at kind of cataloguing nasty things around campus, being a target of them himself. Like he's devoted quite a lot of time to it. So we have that to offer as well. I guess an idea of who is knocking about.
Grant. So there's a strong sort of reservoir of people there to call on, potentially just even having boots on the ground.
So where are you based yourself?
I'm new myself. I'm still a sort of undergrad. We've people in sort of NUIG in Queens, and we used to see we had the sort of recent protests against the sort of ragtag sort of free speech rally. We were able to sort of trace a few people. We've obviously done sort of doxing against people before, and we just want to sort of perfect that and just target people and nip it in the bud is the key thing.
Well, look, one that I sent you before, Con, who's a member of the Irish Freedom Party, and he's been trying to organise something, the Trinity Libertarian Society, for a while. We've been looking into him quite a bit, and we're quite worried because he's quite close to the debating societies, the Trinity politics societies, quite well kind of placed within different parts of student life on campus, and like you just worry that he is somebody that has a bit to him. So I think that being aware of people that have connections and kind of clout on campus, rightly or wrongly, and targeting them is really important. So you know where we
and that brings up the question of YFG as well, which is we have a few projects regarding them going forward. But regarding sort of the SU and sort of protocol to deal with a potential level of far right, is there any sort of framework to sort of be getting on with, or?
Yeah, well, look, I think that actually transparency and openness is probably the best way to work on this. Like, I mean, whatever other active anti-fascist strategies you may or may not agree with aside, I think a proven strategy in fighting the far right is like mobilising in much bigger numbers than they can. So I think in that regard, I'd go and I'd encourage anybody that is involved to go to student unions and to like mandate them to join anti-racist rallies. Like, it would be great if there's another episode of that free hate speech rally that we mandate student unions up and down the country to get out and actually oppose it, and like mobilise people to do that. So I think getting the student unions to adopt motions and stuff that mean they have more militant and active anti-racist strategies and policies and stuff, that would be a good strategy, I think, with regards to unions. But
what's the state of TCDSU? Would there be a lot of favourable people or sympathetic people we could potentially reach out to?
Oh, Jesus. I mean, yeah, in theory, but look, they haven't really got much of a capacity to organise or mobilise themselves. Like Laura, the president, she's completely on board, I'd imagine. And like, I don't know what the rest. Like, we've tried. They're a bit tepid on. Like, we wanted to organise a housing campaign this year, for example, that could involve a rent strike. And
that was pathetic. That was awfully pathetic.
So look, there's the answer to your question.
Yeah, but would you say someone like Besson would be like, we have a few potential projects that I won't mention here, but we'd have to sort of deal with people in a sort of like sort of discreet manner in sort of in the SUs. Like, we're doing the same with the US side, but it's all discreet as possible. But would you say like Besson would be someone to reach out to potentially?
Look, potentially, yeah. I don't know. You can say it to her. I think she's certainly sound enough to like be able to you can trust her.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll get like buy-in for whatever it is you're pitching. It depends on what it is and also how she's feeling. But I think, like she's an anti-racist. She's someone that like at least strongly identifies with the left. So yeah, I'd say she's someone, as far as the student movement goes, I think she'd be one of the better people to speak to. Okay,
we'll hopefully reach out to her, hopefully before term starts again. You guys in Trinity start back, was it late January?
Yeah, I think so. Now, as I said, I'm not an undergrad, so I'm not 100% certain yet, but I think it's late January.
Okay, and just going back to the name you mentioned the con guy. Would he be, what kind of, like, obviously Trinity's probably not as big as Queen, or it's probably smaller than Queen's, or smaller than UCD, but what kind of far right would you have on campus?
Well, you know about the Working Journal, I'm guessing.
The thing.
Yeah, so that had its origins in Trinity. So there's kind of a nasty sort of, or at least there was, a sort of nasty section of originally kind of pro-lifers, so kind of nucleated out of that. There were a lot of people then from that pool who kind of joined Young Fine Gael. So
just in the YFG, the YFG guys, what names would you have in terms of that migrated over?
Oh, Jesus.
No, it's okay.
I'll have to find. It was like 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, it was starting the 2017-2018 academic year. So, like, obviously, repeal was top of the agenda. So it really drew out kind of all of the nasty sort of elements of campus politics. And we know for a fact that I can't even remember what the issue was, but they're really gunning for a couple of our members. And we seen that there was a private Facebook group. You can see the members of it. It was called Anti-Trof Action at the time. Yeah. But it had like a fucking Pinochet helicopter meme as the group photo, and it had kind of fucking like, it had loads of fucking alt-right kind of sock accounts, like kind of a lot of Pepe profile pictures, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so
dog whistles.
It was definitely definitely a dodgy group.
Okay. Yeah, if you can. Oh yeah, if you can get those names to us, we can. Like we're doing some work on sort of YFG. They're probably going to here, but if you get those names in, we can sort of build a case against them. And any like stuff you can permeate through us, like we have some stuff regarding YFG that's going to come out in a few months, hopefully. So just on the topic, anything else? I know there was a fallout. I think it was it a year ago at this stage? The sort of Nazi article they did.
Yeah, the eugenics one. Yeah. So look, they have like there are sort of the Burkin where it's at the minute that ship, and some of the kind of, I guess, more traditional sort of conservative pricks on campus, you know, like kind of very Tory sort of modelled debating society types that were involved. They kind of left the Burkin, leaving behind just a really rotten pool of people. So yeah, there's that guy that wrote the eugenics article, but there's another guy as well who I've seen write a bit, and I'm pretty sure he's a fascist, like a full fascist.
Okay.
He was a candidate.
Yeah, you go away. Or far away. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a candidate for, like, we were trying to work out, there was kind of anti-Semitic graffiti all around the bathrooms. Jacob was targeted in a few of them. Some other just broadly racist stuff. It all went up over one weekend. It was the same weekend that Aryans at Trinity, the Twitter account, went up, and he was one of our suspects.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking to sort of Jacob. He sent us sort of dossier regarding these. Like, he did some amazing research. Like, but are these people still on campus? Like, we're kind of putting we're trying to, these guys are on our sort of list as well, so to speak.
Yeah, some of them still are. So I'd keep digging. Okay. I don't know what, like, or how you do it, or what capacity you have to kind of find information. But I think you won't have to look very hard to find some dirty shit on these people. Because,
Okay.
There was Generation Identity the year of the referendum on campus as well. Now, I don't know how active they are anymore. I think there might be people around the National Party in Trinity that used to be Generation Identity, and the Generation Identity may now have died a death. But they were knocking about around that kind of periphery of Fine Gael.
And is there an attempt to sort of form a sort of the Herman Kelly group? They're attempting to sort of form a sort of like society or grouping in Trinity. Is that still? I think is that on ice or what?
Yeah, that's that guy Con that I mentioned. So he works very closely with Herman Kelly. He worked on his election campaign, and he does a politics society debate at the start of the year. He was, even though they're not registered on campus, was given a platform as the Irish Freedom Party.
Liberals. That's like retarded. But that's like, obviously, we're obviously sorting the wheat from the chaff here with Liberals and left, strong left voices. But other than that, would there be any sort of other sort of like far right conservative types on campus just to sort of have it register?
Look, let me have a think about it, and let me have a better think about it. You're kind of catching me at a bad time. I'll have a good think about kind of who is it out, because they're like, I could probably, if I sit down and actually try to write out names, it'll probably serve us better.
Yeah, so just around part, we're hoping to get a website up just to name these people. Obviously, yourself.
Right.
That will probably come in another 2 months. This is why we're kind of formalising the process. Like, for in England, they sort of hope not hate. We don't really have another sort of equivalent. Like, there's a few sort of anti-racist journals, but that's why we're sort of documenting stuff. But any scrap of information you guys have, if you guys want to if you want to pass word to any sort of activists on campus, any sort of journalists on campus, even there's bound to be one or two. And when we launch, we could potentially do something, some sort of press release, just to sort of garner as much publicity as possible.
There's a guy actually who might be what we're talking to. I don't know if you have already. I think his name's. He's with University Times. He was following a couple of leads on who was behind that Aryans at Trinity account. I know he's pretty interested in sniffing out kind of the campus far right. So look, there's a small pool, thankfully, but he knows quite a lot as well,
cool.
And he'll probably be able to help you.
Yeah, we may reach out to him. Actually, we probably will. What am I saying? But yeah, that's perfect. We'll. I know our DMs are always open. Pass the word discreetly. Yeah, pleasure talking to you.
Yeah.
Right.
So just another question.
Yeah.
What's your ultimate plan here? Like, are you trying to build beyond the website? Are you trying to build some type of anti-fascist or anti-racist front as well on campuses?
Yeah,
or?
like presently in Ireland, it's a sort of kind of disunified field. Obviously, there's footings sort of liberals from left types, but what we need in this country is a sort of like below the board sort of journal, below the board sort of web scene that can publicise these people to coordinate a few activists. Like we've, you probably know Roisin from OSF in Galway. Like Garn have an excellent network, but somewhere like Cork, I was talking to a few activists in there. They don't really have anything. So sort of like, build a sort of network 30 county wide, have a sort of conduit between SUs, journalists, and just nip these fuckers in the bud, especially coming up to an election the next month or two.
Yeah.
But I won't keep you any further. Any if you want to compose your thoughts when you get a chance, we've an email.
Keep me in the loop as well about like kind of general organising. Like as I said, there's quite a sizable number of people in PPP and not in PPP, just on the broader kind of left in Trinity that would be interested in working with the group and building, I guess. Keep us in the loop, and cool. We're definitely happy to work.
That's perfect. Yeah, solidarity. Hey, have a good day.
Or
have a good night.
Have a good one. Chat to you. Bye.